Okay, today we have a beer coming to us from Smuttynose once again, and it's their Old Brown Dog Ale coming into us at 6.7% ABV. It's an American brown ale. Um, Hampton, New Hampshire, of course, is where Smuttynose comes from. Now, so far, my highest rated American brown ales have been Palo Santo Marron from Dogfish Head, one of the rare instances where I absolutely fell in love with the Dogfish Head beer. That came in at a 9. And Smuttynose Dirty Mud, which is a higher ABV brown ale. I gave that a 9 as well. So Smuttynose competing against itself for at least my favor right here. Now, both those beers that I rated highest have a very high ABV. And yeah, I think Palo Santo Marron has like 12 or something like that. But this 6.7% range is a little more like an American brown ale. Usually between like I don't know, like 5 and 6 usually. So this might be on the upper end of that. 88 on Beer Advocate, which is a very good score. It gets an 84 on Rate Beer, which is a good score as well. It was first brewed back in 1988. And the malts it uses are 2-row Munich 10L, C120, and chocolate. Hops, Cascade, and Galena, and Willamette. So there you have it. And let's see if there's any blurbs about this specific beer. There's a picture of an old brown dog, and apparently the dog is named Olive, because it says right here, Olive. So I'm going to say the dog is named Olive, and that's the reason for Old Brown Dog. So let's pour her into this stout glass here, as the cap falls right into my sleeve. It's kind of a cold April day, and I refuse to put the heat on, and I know it's below 60 degrees inside right now, and I'm just thinking, why? Why? It's springtime. We're supposed to be turning off the heat and just having everything fine. Okay, as we pour in here, we see that brown, almost like a dark IPA look, almost like a red. It's almost like a red ale. Brownish red. And very light finger. Probably about a quarter of a finger, maybe even less than that. So not much head on this beer either. And very reddish. Very reddish. So let's get the aroma now of Smuttynose Old Brown Dog Ale. Yeah, very caramely. Very malt forward. Maybe a little bit of like the molasses kind of smell to it. Sugary. Not really getting too much of a chocolate sensation in the aroma. However, let's see if it shows up in the taste. So let's get the taste now of Old Brown Dog Ale. I am getting the chocolate aroma in the taste. That chocolate malt, definitely on the backbone. Caramel taste. Solid kind of mouthfeel to this beer, and a tiny bit of hop bittering in the very, very back of the aftertaste on this thing. Smoky kind of notes at the end, kind of almost like an American stout kind of note at the end, with smokiness. It's good, and I'm kind of glad I'm reviewing this on kind of an unseasonably cold night, because this is a pretty decent cold weather beer. It's definitely full, hearty kind of taste, and as I mentioned, the mouthful is really heavy on the tongue. So I'm going to go ahead, and I did a good job with this. I'm going to go ahead and give Smuttynose Old Brown Dog Ale an 8 out of 10. As far as appearance goes, nice look to it, nice unique kind of look. Head is a little bit non-existent, which I'm not a huge fan of that. As far as the aroma, I didn't really get much of that chocolate smell. However, definitely that kind of classic malty caramelness that you'd get from a brown ale. And taste, as I mentioned, just the mouth feels very full. It's a good kind of cold weather beer, I would say. So that said, yeah, an 8 out of 10 for Smuttynose Old Brown Dog Ale.